Hello everyone, my name is Lily and I'm the creative director here at Bubblegum Cartoons, and today is a very special day. It's not just any speed animate, this is the final speed animate for the final part of the theme song to our original web series, Demonic Crepes. It's been a long ride, it's been awesome, I'm loving it so much. So this is the ensemble shot. This is at the very end where we have all of our characters lined up. We're introduced to Sophie, we kind of see her interacting with her friends, and then there's an ensemble in the back in front of Harajuku Crepes where she works, and then Pancake drops from the sky. She picks him up, twirls around, and transforms, and then she shoots off into the sky with her backpack with little wings on it. So right now we're doing a lot of editing and coloring today because we are so close to being done. I'm so excited. I am kind of a little nearsighted, and unfortunately I got really wrapped up in animating this theme song, and I was so excited that I over animated it. So after I was done, you guys please stick to the end of this video to watch the entire clip. It's like the most extensive thing I've ever done, and it's really cute and really colorful, and I'm really proud of myself for pushing myself this far. Anyway, as I was saying, I researched a lot of, or I say research very lightly, I watched a lot of cartoons to see what their theme songs were like, and I kind of paced like what they would do. So I would watch them and go, okay, environment, character, environment, character. So I kind of tried to get that pattern, and then I looked at all my clips, and you guys, it was like nearly 2 minutes of animation, like a minute and a half, and I was looking at all these intros and they were like 40 seconds long, and so like, I don't know, it's just so stupid. Like, who does that? Who over animates by accident? Like, apparently me. So I was just like, what do I cut? What's not absolutely perfect? Because I mean, I love all of it, and I worked so hard on all of it. So it's really hard to look at it and just be like, nope, this clip is slowing it all down. It's like, yeah, but you worked for that. Worked on that for like weeks, and then I'm like, it slows it down. I feel like if I'm losing interest, you'll lose interest, because I mean, obviously. So I was just looking at it, and I have 3 really long shots, and I think I'm just gonna leave those 3 in. I did cut the part where it was like the intro of the monster crashing through Tokyo, and we get introduced to Sophie, and we kind of get this really great like shot of like all these buildings in perspective, and I'm really proud of myself, and I worked so hard on it. But it just doesn't look as polished as everything else, and it kind of sticks out, and it's the first thing you see. So I'm just like, I don't want someone to click off the episode and just be like, oh, this is trash. It's almost as if one person made the whole thing. And it's like, one person did make the whole thing, but I worked really hard. So yeah, it's been a lot. So I had so many things where I'm like, oh, I should show her transforming. Hey, guess what? I really love drawing magic girl transformations. So it was just very repetitive. Like, I was really just driving that idea home, like the gems, and then I was like, oh, I haven't even shown her trans-dimensional key, and I'm like, oh, gotta add that in. So anyway, long story short, I over animated it. There's just so much I wanted to communicate. I'll definitely add them in stuff later. I'll definitely do like some promotional things, or even just like an animation footage archive or something like that, because I want the world to see these things, and like I like them a lot. Like, even like the monster crashing through the city, I worked really hard on it, and it is pretty, but I just have very high standards for myself. And for a lot of people, I think it'll be the first time they're viewing my channel. Is maybe some miraculous reason someone will be like, hey, have you seen this show on YouTube? And they'll pull it up, and they're like, wow, it looks like one person did it. It's like one person did do it, because I love watching web series on YouTube. Has-Been Hotel just announced their premiere date, and I'm like, get it, girl, this is amazing, she's awesome. But that was her full-time job, and she had a crew on that, and I mean, she is an amazing animator. Oh my gosh, like the eyes she does, the characters are just so wonderful. So if you guys didn't check that out, please check out Has-Been Hotel. It's amazing. It's really cute so far. It's definitely very different from what I'm doing, Visually wise, it's very different, but also just like it has swearing and more adult themes, and my stuff just tends to be like this clean little nostalgic universe. Not that there can't be dark moments. I don't know if people know this, but I plan on it being pretty dark and a little sad, but I think there's beauty in tragedy, and it's mostly just gonna be really fun. I hope it's funny, and I just do my best with what I got. It's just kind of, I just really, really wanted this show to exist, and so I just did it. I'm like, I have the time, I have the resources, and I'm working on my talent. So I'm just gonna just do it. Just do it. If you have an idea where you have these characters and they live in your head and you're so excited about them, this universe is so real to you, and you really think of these funny scenarios and how each character would react differently, or what kind of environment they would live in, what's their daily routine, what's their life like, where are they, is it modern day, is it old, and you just find yourself drawing these characters all the time. Just do it. Just make it. Especially with the internet nowadays, you can just self-publish anything. So just get yourself in a happy place, in a happy little studio or a corner of your house you really like, or a lot of people really like going out to cafes. I'm much more of I like to work at home kind of person, because I like to have my snacks and I like wearing my PJs. So for me, my happy place is being just kind of solitary, listening to YouTube and animating. So yeah, just don't let your dreams be dreams. Just make your animated show. And I'll tell you, it's not easy at all. This has been a 3-year project, and I have about 10 minutes of animation. So I do have the pilot episode, and then I am planning on episode 2. We'll see how the funding goes for it. I'm still figuring out funding, if I'm just going to do straight up Patreon and get some help on the second episode, or if I'm just going to keep trucking along. But there's going to have to be some kind of Kickstarter or something, because as cute as it is to say I did the show all by myself, it's hey, it'd be really great if, because I feel if people see it, they're going to want more, and they're not going to wait 3 more years. So maybe I could make it easier or simpler. But hey, let's talk about what I'm doing here. So let's see. I am coloring it in Sophie. So coloring in animation, which is super easy in Toon Boom, which is what I'm using here today. Toon Boom Advanced Harmony. So I like to do her skin tone first because it's the most boring. I do not particularly enjoy coloring. It is not creative. It's certainly simpler, so you can just kind of turn your brain off and just do it. You just paint by numbers, basically, cell by cell, and the great thing is you can label all these. So I have an entire different folder of ink and paint colors, or just paint colors, and this is the Sophie one. Sometimes they cross over, for some reason her stupid little backpack outfit, all the blues were in Pancake's folder. So just do your best to label everything. You'll thank yourself later, and also back up your work. I should make a whole video on this. Please back up your work. It saved my senior thesis film when my laptop decided to die after a one of those reboot things where you update it, and it totally died forever, and I just backed up my senior film, so I only had to redo a little scene. So back up your work and label all your stuff. But yeah, I do skin first, and then I do hair, and then I do you really should do white lacy things, because those are the most dodgy. Anyway, here we go. This is the final animation. Oh my god. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for being here. If you guys have been here since the very beginning of this animation marathon, this is part 9. If you've been all the way to 9, big shout out and thank you to you guys in particular. You guys are so awesome. I like you, and I know this sounds so cheesy, but you are the best little animation community. You guys are really, really sweet, and you guys aren't afraid to tell me, like, hey, maybe if you dull the saturation on this, she'll stand out better. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. You guys are always so kind and supportive, and I really appreciate that. Like, I seldom ever get hate on this, and usually if it is, it's like, you're copying this thing, and, you know, I don't really appreciate that. So I want to thank you guys, just, you know, for being so cool and so kind, and like being able to just give me criticism to make the show better, because this show wouldn't be where it is without you guys. You guys are so sweet. And of course, special shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You guys are the best. You guys are lovely. You help make my dreams come true, and I really appreciate all your love and support. If you guys like to be a patron on Patreon, you can go over to patreon.com/bubblegumcartoons. If you guys don't have the means to be a patron on Patreon, don't even worry about it. Just share this video with your friends. And until next time, guys, stay inspired and stay spooky.